Charles Purcell presents.
You know how your brain can play like dirty tricks on you? Just come up with something annoying all on its own against your will and then tease you with it over and over for years? Well, many years ago, I was dating a woman. Actually, we only went out a couple times. We met in a bar. I only went to this particular bar for the music. They always had really good music. I don't even drink. I never have. Of course, she was drinking, this woman I met, but that was all right. I was the only person in the place who didn't drink. I was used to that. So we met, and she noticed that I wasn't drinking. Everybody notices when you're a non-drinker. They always have to comment on it, at least in those days. I don't know. So anyway, we meet, we talk, we get along pretty well, and we wound up going out on a couple of dates. So we're out to dinner. I think it was only maybe our second time going out, and they put some bread and butter on the table, and I didn't have any. And she said, well, don't you want some bread? And I said, no, I don't really eat much bread. I'm trying to watch my weight, you know. And then when the server took our orders, I guess I ordered something kind of healthy, you know, salad and fish and steamed vegetables. And this woman, who I'd only known for a few days, commented about how healthy I was eating, but not really in a nice way. She said, so you're like a health nut? And I said, no, not at all. You know, I'm just trying to stay fit or whatever. I don't know. And she says, so you don't smoke, you don't drink, and you eat healthy. I guess now you're officially the best person in the world. And she said it like she was trying to be light and funny, but it was a little too sarcastic, and I could tell she was actually kind of annoyed. I guess now you're officially the best person in the world. Well, we went out a couple more times, but as we got to know each other a little better, we didn't really like each other as much as we should have. And for me, that best person in the world comment was kind of the first of a few red flags. So anyway, we didn't last very long. But her little dig really stayed with me, the best person in the world. It kept kind of ringing in my ears for days, for weeks. It became an earworm. You know how your brain will do things you don't like sometimes, like earworms? Well, my brain took it one step further. Without my permission, totally on its own, my brain writes this little song. I'm the best person in the world. Nobody's better than me. I'm the best person in the world, and nobody's better than me. Oh, I'm the best person in the... So, oh my God, it was so annoying. And it would just pop into my head. I'm the best person in the... And then it started to pop into my head whenever I made a good decision. Like, say, for instance, it's getting kind of late, and I decided to put down my damn phone and stop scrolling and read for a little while and get to bed at a decent hour. You know, a very small, but a good and responsible decision, which I don't make nearly as often as I ought to. But I put down the phone and pick up a book, and my brain, all on its own now, decides to mock me. I'm the best person in the world. Nobody's better than me. And now it's any little thing. If I don't have that second piece of pie for dessert, I'm the best person in the world. If I go out and get some exercise, even though I was tempted to just lie on the couch, I'm the best person. If I slow down a little bit, you know, to make room to let somebody merge on the highway, just, you know, basically a nice person, I'm the best person in the... If I do an errand that I've been putting off, you know, some paperwork or some house cleaning, I'm the best person. If I'm nice to a person in line at the grocery store, I'm the best. So it just never stops. And to this day. So I got to thinking the other day, what would it be like if I really was the best person in the world?
Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the best person in the world. Yay! Yes, folks, there he is. It's official. Of all the people in all the world, he is the best. He is the best person in the world.
Wow, look at that guy. He's the best person in the world.
Who says he's the best person in the world?
Well, you heard the announcer. It's official.
He doesn't look that great. I mean, he's not really handsome or all that buff or anything.
Well, he's not supposed to be the strongest person in the world or the best looking person in the world, just the best person in the world.
Yeah, maybe he's really comfortable in his own skin, you know? Has a positive attitude about his own body. That's a really important quality in a person. Maybe that's part of what makes him the best person in the world.
Hey, why is it a man? Why does a man have to be the best person in the world?
Well, it has to be somebody. What's the difference?
Well, why can't it be a woman then?
It could be a woman. It just happens to be a man. You can't have both.
Well, he could be non-binary.
So the best person in the world has to be non-binary?
Yes, I think that sounds right.
That's ridiculous.
What's wrong with non-binary people?
Nothing. But it shouldn't be a prerequisite for being the best person in the world.
I don't like the way he dresses.
Yes, pretty drab and kind of frumpy. Hey, best person in the world.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
What?
Why don't you dress a little better? You know, more stylish. I mean, if you're supposed to be the best person in the world.
Hey, I never asked to be the best person in the world.
Well, they said you are, so we're just wondering, shouldn't you be better dressed?
I don't really care about fashion. I just dress to be comfortable. Plus, the fashion industry is one of the biggest contributors to climate change, and, well, I just don't really want to be a part of that. When I have to get clothes, I just go to a secondhand place. In fact, I don't really buy much of anything at all. I only buy what I need. I'm kind of a minimalist.
Yay! See, there you go. That's why he's the best person in the world.
Hey, who is he to preach about how to live? I'm not preaching. I'm just saying that's how I live. These are decisions I've made.
Don't give me that. You want us all to not be such big consumers, to buy less, because it's better for the planet or whatever.
Well, yeah, sure, I guess so.
Well, who are you? You're not the boss of me.
I never said I was.
But he's the best person in the world.
Yay! How come we never heard of him then? If he was the best person in the world, he'd be famous. He would have done great things, you know? Donate billions of dollars to charity, or invented some great technology, or discovered the cure to some disease or something.
Yeah, what's up with that? Have you ever done any of those things? No. So how are you the best person in the world? I don't know. I didn't decide.
So you don't think you deserve to be recognized as the greatest person in the world?
No, of course not.
Wow, he's really humble. Well, that is an important quality. Imagine if he was all full of himself and bragging about how great he was. Yeah, the greatest person in the world could never think of himself as the greatest person in the world.
Of course. That's only logical.
Are you a good person?
Well, I don't know. I try to be.
How often do you call your parents?
I don't know. About once a week. Do you leave comments in the comment threads? What, you mean like on social media?
Yeah.
I guess sometimes.
Negative comments?
Well, if they're warranted.
Well, he's honest anyway.
Do you doom scroll?
No.
Tell me this. Do you take your phone in the bathroom with you?
Not always.
I'll bet you read books.
Well, yeah.
Wow, he really is the greatest person in the world.
Do you garden? I'm sorry, do I what? Do you garden? Actually, no, but I really admire people who do.
Do you drive a car?
Well, yeah, but only when I have to. I mostly walk.
But you do drive a car.
Well, yes, but I feel guilty about it.
Do you vote?
Sure.
Midterms?
Yep, and local elections and special elections and primaries.
Wow!
Do you brush your teeth?
Of course.
Do you floss?
Every day.
Do you procrastinate?
Not as a rule.
Do you curse?
Fuck yeah.
Tell me this, do you make your bed every morning?
No. Only when I change the sheets.
You use sheets?
Yeah.
Top sheet too?
Yeah.
Well, that's weird.
Do you pay for cable? Is that still a thing? Sure, it's a thing. No.
So what streaming services do you buy?
None.
No streaming services? None? I don't believe you.
It's mostly all crap. I pay for it. And besides, there's more free content out there than anybody could ever watch in 100 lifetimes.
But then you can't talk to your friends about the latest episodes of hit shows.
My friends and I don't talk about TV.
Maybe this guy really is the best person in the world.
What's your political party? I'm independent.
Left or right?
Left. Very far left. I don't like to use labels, but I guess you could call me a lefty libertarian, social anarchy, that kind of thing.
So how can you be the best person in the world? The best person in the world would see all sides, politically, and then be in the middle.
No, I think the best person in the world would see all sides and then decide for themselves which positions are right and which are wrong. I mean, the best policies are almost never in the middle.
What's your religion?
Agnostic.
So you believe in science?
Science isn't something you believe in. I trust the scientific method, if that's what you mean, to give us the best achievable answers.
Is the earth flat?
No.
Have we been to the moon?
Yes.
Are you vaccinated?
Yeah.
So you just believe everything you're told?
No, not at all. In fact, I'm a skeptic at heart. But we can't be 100% certain of anything, and we can't use that uncertainty as an excuse to believe a whole lot of nonsense, or even worse, to believe nothing at all. I'm not a cynic or a nihilist. I go on best evidence and let faith take it from there.
Faith. So you are religious.
No.
Okay, then spiritual.
No, not really.
But you just said in the end you rely on faith.
Well, that's just admitting we can never see what's beyond the horizon. I mean, we've crossed lots of horizons in human discovery, right? And we'll cross more, but at any given time, you have to make decisions based on best evidence of the moment and have faith that we'll continue to learn. There's nothing spiritual about that. It's historical. It's practical.
What about all the evil in the world? War and poverty and illness? What do we do about that?
I don't know. How would I know?
Well, you're the best person in the world. You must have an opinion.
Well, sure I do. I have lots of opinions, but it's not because I'm the best person in the world.
Yeah, I know. You're humble. We know. We've been over that. So let's hear it.
Hear what?
Your advice on making the world a better place.
Okay, well, all right. As long as you're asking, I think the main problem is money. I mean, it's at the center of everything we do. It decides who has power over others, and it just naturally creates inequality. And then inequality creates violence and oppression and, well, everything bad.
So what do we do, abolish money?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we should do. Yes, abolish money, abolish it altogether.
Are you crazy? How are we going to do that?
Or at least take away its power by providing everyone with basic rights of food and housing and health care and education.
What, for free?
Yeah, yes.
We can't afford that.
Actually, we can. There's more than enough for everybody on the planet. It's just that resources have been hoarded by a tiny few.
I thought you said this guy was the best person in the world.
He is. He makes total sense.
He sounds like a dirty commie to me.
So how do you make this perfect world where everybody's equal? How do you make that happen?
I don't know. If I knew that, I'd do it.
So you're powerless on your own.
Of course I'm powerless. I'm one single person.
But you're the best person in the world.
Well, first of all, no. But even the best person is still just one person. It takes everybody together to make any real change, or if not everybody, at least a whole lot of people, a tipping point.
It seems to me the best person in the world would have a better plan than this.
But that's just it. One person, even the best person in the world, devising a plan on their own, it's never going to work. The only way forward is to get to a place where material resources are distributed so equitably that everybody has a chance to serve in whatever capacity suits them best, without being oppressed or repressed or coerced or co-opted or corrupted by money. If everybody has the same resources, everybody has the same power together. And then whatever system comes out of that basic situation, that would be the best system possible. I don't know exactly what it would look like. Nobody can know until it happens, but I know it would be better than what we have now, where half the world is at war or in poverty.
You said nobody can know until it happens?
Yeah.
So how will we know when we get there?
When each person is provided for and just as important and just as valued as every other person.
So each of us would be the best person in the world.
Right.
This guy really is the best person in the world.
He sounds like he's got some kind of messiah complex to me.
Yeah.
Damn right he's the Messiah, and we're his disciples. Come, let us go forth and spread the teachings of the best person in the world, for we are the BPIW, best person in the worldians.
Oh, no, you don't. We like it the way it is. I got mine. Everybody else, just work hard and get their own. Otherwise, they can suck dirt.
Yeah, I got mine.
We are the I Got Miners. Fellow I Got Miners, hear me. They want to take away our stuff? Are we going to let them?
No!
No! We have a right to our stuff. We worked hard for it. We earned it. It's ours.
Yay! You didn't earn it. You stole it. The world and all its natural beauty and bounty belongs to all of us.
Yay! I got miners. They want what's yours. They will stop at nothing to steal it. We must take up arms to defend our birthright.
Best person in the worldians. We must take up arms to seize what's ours.
Holy shit. Hey, best person guy. Best person guy. Come over here. Come here. Come over here. Oh, man, thanks.
You're gonna need a gun.
No, I really
Come on
don't.
now, things just got real. You get fired on, you gotta fire back.
And then everybody's dead.
Jeez Louise, man, this ain't no time to be virtue signaling. You wanna live or not?
I don't want to live in a world where guns are the only answer.
Well, there's the world we want, and then there's the world we have, and this here is the world we have.
But fighting like this, it only perpetuates the world we have. It doesn't change it.
And you think you can change it? I heard what you said out there.
Well, they asked. I was just answering their question.
Hell, that was the damn Sermon on the Mount. What do you think? You're gonna lead everybody to some kind of utopia?
No, I don't want to lead anybody.
Hell, you don't.
Well, you weren't really listening then. How could I want to be a leader in a world where power is equal? There are no leaders. It doesn't make sense.
I'll say it doesn't make sense. Now here, take this.
No, I can't.
A minute ago, you seemed to believe in something, to believe in a cause.
I do.
So prove it.
I can't.
You can. Now get out there and fight for what you believe in, soldiers.
Son, over here, in here. You're safe here, my son. Who are you? When you need answers, they come to you. When you need a teacher, they will appear. So, you're my teacher? That's up to you, my child. I have much to teach you, but only the student chooses to learn. Yeah, I gotta tell you, this is not my style at all. You're about as far off base with me as the gun nut was. You said you want a better world. Of course I do. Who doesn't? There is only one path to a better world. In fact, a perfect world. And what's that? As if I couldn't guess. You must be grateful for everything you have. You must want for nothing. You must search your inner being for peace, or there can be no peace in the world. But if there is discontent in your heart, it too is manifested into the world. So let me get this straight. Me being mad at a fucked up world is what makes the world fucked up in the first place? Now you're getting it, exactly. So, did you hear my little Sermon on the Mount as well? Of course. What did you think? Your ambitions are noble, but they are directed outwardly toward others. You can never change others, they can only change themselves. Each person must turn within to the universal energy that connects us all. You must focus inwardly. You can only change yourself, and by changing yourself, you change the world. Yeah, you know, this is all well and good, but it's a load of crap. Tell that to the kid in the middle of a war. What are they supposed to be grateful for? They should, meditate their way out of starvation and the fucking bombs dropping on their village? You guru types really haven't thought this through. But how can you find peace for the refugee child if you yourself do not have peace in your own soul? Fuck my soul. I don't give a shit about my soul. There's people dying out there, suffering unspeakable horrors every single goddamn day. I'll gladly sell my so-called soul if I could stop that. How can I find peace for the refugee child? By fighting for justice, by talking, by advocating, by voting, by organizing, by protesting, by insisting, by demanding. Yes, and you will do all of this advocating and organizing and demanding because it is your will to do so. And your will is nourished when you feed it through concentration, prayer, and mindfulness. And exactly how long is this going to take? Because, there's work to do. But of course, that is the work. Of course it is.
Okay, do-gooders, the party's over. We're the I Got Miners, and we're planting our flag right damn here. We got the guns, we win.
I got mine! I got mine! I got mine!
Not so fast, miners. Drop your weapons. We got you covered.
Who's that? It's the BPIW.
We are the best person in the worldians, here to destroy the I Got Miners and to install your great plan, O leader.
Look, I'm not your leader, and I don't have a great plan, and I never asked you to destroy anything.
Don't move. I got you covered.
Hey, I already said that. I've got you covered.
Well, god dang it, what do you know? It's the old Mexican standoff.
What do we do now?
Well, this man here is supposed to be the best person in the world. Let's ask him.
Hell, I don't know.
Sure you do. This is where you tell us that we all have to come together and work out our differences.
That our differences are actually what make us stronger.
That we have to maintain our individual autonomy by hard work and self-reliance in an unjust world.
While also living in a community that watches out for each other and tries to make the world better over time.
And that even though it's ugly and abhorrent, physical force, and yes, even war is sometimes necessary as a last resort in defense of a great cause. And that finding that deep universal spiritual connection by doing the inner work of the soul is necessary for each individual if we aspire to change the world for the better.
No, I wouldn't say any of that. That's all bullshit. That gets us nowhere. Just right back where we started. Here's the deal. The gun guy is wrong because guns and violence only cause more guns and violence. Fuck that. We got to get past that. The guru is wrong because gurus are always wrong about everything. They're a bunch of con artists, and the only ones who aren't con artists are deluded. And that goes for everyone from Oprah to the Dalai Lama to the lady in the moo-moo who has the storefront you could smell from around the corner. And the I Got Miners are wrong for making selfishness a cult and for loving violence.
So, that means we win! Yay! Long live the BPIW!
Yes, best person in the worldians, you win. But you're idiots for thinking I was the greatest person in the world and for thinking I was some kind of savior. I'm not a savior. If you talk to my family, if you talk to anyone who knows me, I'm pretty much a total fuck-up from way back. Well-meaning, I guess, but mostly a complete failure. That's okay. I
You
accept.
gotta love this guy's self-deprecation. He seems pretty sincere.
Yeah, I hate those guys who use self-deprecation as a backhanded way to brag about themselves.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing that.
Well, I don't know, maybe he is.
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows?
BPIW. You're also wrong for being so quick to jump on the bandwagon. I mean, most of you did it without thinking at all. It sounded good and you just followed the crowd. I mean, that is so basic. And then you were so quick to accept the violence thing. You were so ready to start shooting. I mean, what's up with that? So, yeah, most of you are wrong, and some of you are right, and some of you are right for the wrong reasons. So, tell you what, let's let the losers lick their wounds, let the winners enjoy their win, but let's all get up tomorrow and get right back to work, okay?
Okay!
Yeah, swing it, baby. Oh, I'm the best person in the world. Nobody's better than me. I'm the best person in the world, and nobody's better than me. Hey, come on, Jack. I'm the best person in the world. Yeah, nobody's better than me, boy. I'm the best person in the world, and nobody's better than me. Swing it, baby. I'm the best person in the world. Nobody's better than me. Oh, yeah. I'm the best person, baby, in this world. Nobody's better than me. Oh, yeah.
Would you like to have more control over your life? Do you think our so-called leaders are out of touch? Are you tired of growing inequality?
Yes!
You might be a social anarchist.
Hey, wait, I'm no anarchist. Doesn't that mean violence and chaos?
No, that's a lie, invented by the hierarchy to silence people who favor shared power.
But what's the social in social anarchy?
That just means we organize in everyone's interest, based on cooperation and mutual aid.
Oh,
So don't look now, you just may be a social anarchist. Hashtag social anarchy.
wish they'd say what they mean. We stole this nation fair and square, and a whole lot of people in chains, but it was all for the glory of God, I swear, and the glory of capital gains. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. And all the little kids all around the world, some have and others don't. But God loves all the boys and girls. God knows America won't. I hear them holler in my head. Can you hear that lonesome song? Well, it may be true that we made our bed, but I ain't taking it lying down. Don't look now, but it won't be long. They're gonna wonder what we did, and we'll have to admit that we done them wrong. God help the American kid. Oh, God help the American kid. God help the American kid.
The song American Kid by Carsey Blanton. This episode of Charles Purcell Presents is available right now wherever you find your podcasts, or go to the website charlespurcell.com for the full archive and all the other series in the podcast family. Follow me on Facebook, write to me at charlespurcell@gmail. Thanks to our flagship terrestrial station, River West Radio, riverwestradio.com. Theme music composed and performed by Peter Donalds. From the New Arts and Media Studios in Milwaukee, I'm Charles Purcell.